From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Darrell W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, November 12, 2014. Silver is trading at $15.66 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,169 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $395. Antiwar.com reports U.S. drone strikes fired 4 missiles at a house and vehicle in North Waziristan, killing at least 6 people and wounding 3 others, according to local tribesmen. Though Pakistani officials identified the slain as militants and claimed some of them were reportedly foreigners, none of the slain in the attack has actually been identified by name. This is, of course, standard operating procedure for U.S. drone strikes in Pakistan, and it is extremely rare for any victim, whether civilian or militant, to ever be publicly identified. The U.S. has increased the number of attacks in Pakistan's tribal areas in recent months after nearly a year of halting such attacks at the behest of the Sharif government. Since the resumption, the Pakistani government has not offered the loud condemnation of the U.S. strikes that was common previously. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports Jim Duensing, an attorney from Clark County, Nevada, was convicted Monday on 3 felony charges stemming from a roadside confrontation with Las Vegas police. After more than a week-long trial, a jury convicted Duensing on charges of resisting a police officer, carrying a concealed weapon, and unlawful possession of a firearm in connection with a traffic stop on October 29, 2009. An officer shot Duensing 3 times when he tried to run from the scene. Duensing ran an unsuccessful bid on the Libertarian ticket this year to become Clark County's top prosecutor and head the office that pursued the criminal charges against him. He was the only opponent to incumbent Steve Wolfson, who was re-elected with 72% of the vote. Duensing took the witness stand last week at trial and said the officer never told him why he was being arrested. Duensing told jurors, quote, "I was trying to process what was going on. I thought he had the wrong person." End quote. Duensing was hit with probes from a stun gun and started to run because he feared for his life because he has heart and lung problems. Duensing said that running wasn't really a conscious decision. His law practice centers on fixing parking tickets, and when he filed to run for district attorney, he vowed to stop prosecuting nonviolent crimes. District Judge Michelle Levitt ordered Duensing held in Clark County's detention center until a January sentencing, where he faces 12 years in prison. In the spirit of Motorhome Diaries and Liberty on Tour, I intend to take the message of peace, love, and liberty on the road. During the 104-day trip, I'll be visiting at least 10 cities across the country, speaking to people about the ideas of peace, love, and liberty. To find out more about the tour or to donate, visit tour.fppradio.com. That's tour.fppradio.com. Reuters reports Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe will postpone a planned tax increase and call a general election for December in what would be the biggest shift in Abe's economic policies since he came to power 2 years ago. Abe said on Tuesday he had not decided on the timing of an election, but the conservative Sankei newspaper said he would delay the increase in the national sales tax by a year and a half to April 2017 and call a snap election for the lower house of parliament. A government official close to the Prime Minister's office told Reuters on Tuesday that Abe was likely to delay the tax hike, which could derail a promised economic recovery. Major political parties have already begun gearing up for a possible election. Opposition politicians say delaying the tax hike would show the Premier's Abenomics growth policies have failed. No election needs to be called until 2016, but political insiders said Abe, whose support is relatively high but falling, might seek to lock in his mandate before taking unpopular steps next year, such as restarting nuclear reactors and passing legislation to allow Japanese troops to fight abroad for the first time since World War II. Abe made up his mind to delay the tax increase as third-quarter GDP is likely to be weak. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.